Hey everybody, welcome back to CHALLENGEYOURSELF.BLOG. I got some updates on the robot. As you can see, it's starting to come together, and we're starting right now. So over the last couple weeks, I've been working on the robot design, and I've come up with quite a few new parts. So I'll go from the base up. In the last make of this, I had a different base setup. I wanted something that was a little bit more adaptable, so what I ended up doing was I made these side brackets and this bottom plate. Might be a little difficult to see since everything, all the parts are black, but this way I could kind of open and close the space between the two bottom motors. And then in the upper arm, I wanted something that was a little bit more sturdy, so I made these two new. I had to redesign this from the ground up, but I took the old design and made it a little bit more solid. And for all those that are watching this and saw my previous video where I was talking about making the model in Sketchup and cleaning it up in Fusion 360, I have graduated to using Fusion 360 completely now, and part of that was because I was having so much trouble with importing the models. The models ended up having all kinds of issues. So now I'm starting to do all my designs right from Fusion 360, and as you can see, this thing came out beautifully. It's really sturdy. The holes came out perfectly. I was able to bolt this thing together within minutes, after doing a little bit of cleanup, around the edges and stuff. And then in the previous videos, the forearm and wrist parts I'd already made, but this is the first time that they've actually been attached together. So this thing has really been coming along very nicely. And I apologize for the noise. As you can see, the 3D printer in the background is running. So I'm making a larger version of this. In the first two videos that I had done, I used this. I hooked it up to my Raspberry Pi and a couple analog sticks. And a couple of my complaints with this is well, for one, you can see that some of the bolts are coming out. It's not real sturdy, so with repeated use, if you over tighten it, the arm doesn't open, and then if once it opens and closes a few times, then it starts to fall apart. So essentially what I've done in the background, I've made two new gripper arms that are larger than this. It's based off of this design, but it's going to be a little bit different. I want it more robust. I want it able to pick up a little bit more. Another complaint that I have is when the fingers are resting, especially if a bolt falls out, the adhesive from one is sticking to the other because the jaws are a little bit off. And then I have to get out the X-Acto knife because, I have to give them credit. The adhesive is really good, but I end up having to, cut these apart. So in this version, it'll be similar to this, but it'll be of my own design, or, a derivative of this. And I started off, this has probably been a couple months now. I made this out of the popsicle sticks, and I was going to take the popsicle stick version of that and modify it so that it hooked together. But the further I got into it, the more dissatisfied I was in being able to customize it. And for the YouTube channel, I've used the shingle that I made in the last video, and I've edited the image, made it a little sharper and brightened it up a little bit, and I've redone the website logo accordingly. So that's something else that I've been kind of working on alongside that. So just wanted to give some updates. So if you like what I've been doing so far, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this video. Talk to you soon.